Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my 2025 New Year's resolutions and manifestations. I apologize for my crazy hair. I'm trying to grow out my bangs. I just don't know how to style it recently, so it's kind of a mess. Just ignore it. In 2024, I wrote down like 4 or 5 goals and I did every single one of them, which has never really happened for me before. So this year I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do that again, but I'm gonna extend the list to like 25, 30 manifestations and goals. Even if I don't meet them this year, they can roll over to next year, or I can just readjust the goals to better fit my lifestyle. Let's get into it. Enough yapping. That is a resolution for me to stop rambling. This is probably going to be a long video. I'm sorry. So one of my first goals for 2025 is to grow more produce. Last year I experimented with growing potatoes and it did pretty good. I was so happy. Potatoes are pretty easy to grow, but I want to expand that. I want to try onions and jalapenos because we eat those in every single meal, and I just feel like I want to try to grow it on my own. I might even try to like build my own like standing garden, or I've seen people make them out of like troughs. The second one was to get even more organized and declutter even more, which I have already been doing that like crazy. I reorganized my entire filming desk, my closet. I decluttered the living room, and we went through every single bin that we have in storage for like holiday decor and stuff and got rid of anything that I just don't like or don't put out anymore and donated all of it. Everyone in this house collects so many different things and it gets very overwhelming when you have collections that are growing and growing and growing. So just the little things that are just there, I'm just like, get rid of it. I'm one of those people where if my space is overcluttered, my mind is overcluttered, and it just needs to just be tamed down a little bit. The next one is to hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. My goal for last year was 2,000 and I surpassed that, and I hit 3,000 subscribers last year. Absolutely insane. Thank you all so much for supporting this channel. It means the world to me. So I was like, you know what, if we got 2,000 subscribers last year, let's try 2,000 subscribers this year. So I'm gonna try really hard to make some unique and engaging content for you guys. It's really not about numbers, but it is just like a goal, and it encourages me to really up the ante on my content, up the quality, and prioritizing like uploading every single week, and on shorts and on Instagram and on TikTok, just really prioritizing content. My next one is less screen time. I know this is like the complete opposite of what I just said, of prioritizing content and all of that. I spend a lot of time editing and it takes hours to edit. I don't think a lot of people understand that like a YouTube video can take you 4 to 8 hours to edit, and that's not including doing the descriptions, the titles, the thumbnail, all of that. And I am a yapper, so I always have 2 to 4 hours of footage to cut down into a 15-minute video, so it is a lot. On top of that, just like being addicted to TikTok and Instagram and scrolling on social media, that's something I want to get better at. I can't really help the editing part, but I can try and improve my TikTok addiction, and I've been doing really good at it. I haven't been scrolling nearly as much as I usually do, which is due to one of my other resolutions that I have for this year, which was to read at least 1 book. That has been keeping me from scrolling a lot. I'm not a reader. I used to be a reader when I was in elementary school. I used to love to read, but then once I hit middle school, I just hated reading. All of the content creators I watch on here read and love to read and talk about how much reading has changed their habits and their lifestyle and their stress, and I'm just like, why not try it? And I already did it. I already hit the goal. I read Holly Madison's Las Vegas Diaries within the first 2 weeks of January. I love Holly Madison. She is my icon. I did read her first memoir book, and I love autobiographies. Those are the books that like capture my attention the most. I'm actually starting Twilight over again. I'm a huge Twilight fan, so I went into storage and dug out all of my old Twilight books that I've had since I was like 13, and I'm already 200 pages into Twilight. So I do feel like I am starting to become a reader again. It's something that I'm proud of and excited to expand on. Austin and I are gonna go get a library card very soon. You guys can follow me on Goodreads. I just made a Goodreads account. I don't really know how to use it, so I was trying to figure it out this morning, but my username is Lady Sadie Jade. I don't know how you can find it, but I'm gonna link it in the description box and hopefully it'll take you to my account. Feel free to add me over there and give me book suggestions in the comments. I also have a Letterboxd, which is basically the movie version of Goodreads. So if you like movies, I do have a Letterboxd. You can follow me over there as well. I've been trying to be more active on those. The next one is trigger warning about weight. So if you don't want to hear about that, that's what we're going to talk about for the next like 2 or 3 minutes. I want to lose at least 20 pounds. We're going to get a gym membership in February just because I feel like January is whenever everybody is like, okay, new year, new me, we're getting a gym membership. So I'm just like waiting for that to die down and go into February. So I'm not trying to focus as much on the numbers as it is to just like get healthy and to insert healthy regimen into my schedule. When I was younger, I did like struggle with eating. Food had a lot of control in my mind when I was younger, if you get what I'm going towards. So a calorie deficit is not something that I even want to experiment with right now because I just know that that's going to trigger me. So we're just not even going to go there. Hopefully I'll stick to it. I think that I will. The job that I'm working right now gives me a lot of free time to implement a routine and a workout schedule. Austin's on board with me, so it gives me a little workout buddy and someone to help me keep myself accountable. Along with that, I did want to add at least 2 new recipes into our dinner rotation, which I've already gotten to 1. I've really been like focusing on changing my lifestyle this year, so I've been hitting these resolutions head on this year. I'm like, there is no time to waste. We are getting this done. I'm turning 25 this year. That's crazy. I'm hitting the midlife crisis and I feel like I've just been like, what am I doing with my life? I need to change everything that I'm doing, become a completely different person. Frontal lobe is formed. I feel like everyone can relate to just falling into the routine and eating the same 3 things over and over and over again because it's convenient, it's fast, and you don't have to think about it. You know you like it. And for me, I really do not like to eat new things. It makes me anxious. I have hyperfixations on food, and if it's even slightly different, I won't eat it. Like one time we changed the taco seasoning to a different taco seasoning and I just refused to eat it because it was different. I don't know what that is, but let me know. But I did try a new potato soup recipe, which I've never liked soup and I've never liked hot liquids. But I tried potato soup when we went to Chili's one time and I was like, wait, this is kind of good. And then I looked up a TikTok recipe, followed it, and it was bomb, y'all. I made it when it was snowing out, so it was perfect weather. So that's definitely getting added at least into my recipe book, maybe not rotation, but something I can pull for that's simple, easy, throw it in the crock pot, forget about it. The next one I have is to stand up for myself more. This one is kind of not like a goal, but more of like a mantra, I guess. I feel like I am a yes person. I say yes to everything because I'm too scared to say no. I let people walk all over me and say whatever they want to me, and I just don't say anything back because I don't like confrontation and I don't want the consequence of standing up for myself from the other person. Even though it would make me feel better, I just don't want to deal with their reaction to me standing up for myself. This year I really want to just be like, hey, no, this is how I feel, and if you don't agree with that, sorry. The next one is to grow out my hair, which I'm doing right now. I'm trying to grow out my bangs a little bit longer so I can get like more of like a side bang going on and then just grow the length of my hair. I used to have hair all the way to my waist, but yeah, we're working on that and I think I'll definitely hit that goal. It's just something I want to keep in my mind, like don't chop off your hair when you're manic. Next one is to get more tattoos. This is always on my goals. I love adding to my tattoo collection and I've had some ideas brewing that I've been wanting to get for a minute now, so I just want to commit to those ideas and get those on my body. I do want to travel for a tattoo. There's an artist in Asheville that I've been wanting to get tattooed by for a minute, So I do think I'm gonna try to make that happen this year and save towards that. The next one is to travel to more places than I've been to before. So we travel like kind of frequently. We go to Nashville a lot, we go to Asheville a lot, but I've been to those places so many times. It's somewhere that we're like really familiar with, and we just do the same things in those places. So it's nothing new really very often when we go there. So I just want to travel somewhere new. We were going to go to Michigan this summer. It got canceled. Love that. The second choice was to go to Savannah, Georgia. The getting money for that is like the hardest thing because we both don't make a lot of money, and I don't make any money off of YouTube or content or anything like that. So our income is pretty tight. So traveling is something that isn't really something that we can afford, but if we really wanted to make it work, we probably could. It just might not be the most financially responsible decision to make. I think we're gonna try. Who knows? Tax returns, I'm hoping we get a little something from the tax returns and we can just put it in a Savannah fund. The next one is to be in a music video. This is another one that I manifest every single year. I really want to be in a music video. That is one of my biggest goals in life. I don't know why I want to be a video vixen so bad. Probably because I grew up with an unhealthy obsession with music videos. Hit me up. Let me be in your music video if your music's good. I don't want to be in a music video where the music's bad, you know? Yeah. Or be on an album cover. I would love that too. Like, I would love to be on an album cover. Next one is to go to more concerts and events. We usually go to like wrestling, club, but we haven't been to that many concerts recently, so I do want to try to go to more concerts. There's a Wednesday 13 show that I've been wanting to go to. 9 Inch Nails just announced a tour recently that I would love to be able to make. Priest is on a West Coast tour right now. I'm really hoping that they announce an East Coast tour and they come over here, because you know I will be at that. Just something I want to keep in the back of my head to just really make those things happen, because I feel like experiences are more valuable than material things, which is another thing I've been trying to work on, is like not putting money towards material things but putting money towards experiences, because I have a lot of material items already, so much that it stresses me out. So why not just save that money and put it towards an experience and memories that I can carry with me forever. The next one is to try and get monetized on one of my 3 platforms. I'm really close to getting monetized on TikTok. Who knows if that'll ever happen. But my second one is YouTube. I'm really close to getting monetized on YouTube. Please watch the entirety of my videos. It is so hard to get monetized on YouTube. You have to have 4,000 watch hours, and I'm at like the 3,400 hour mark. So when you guys watch the entirety of my video, it really helps. And if I make any money from YouTube, I'm going to put it directly back into YouTube, which will be a new camera fund. I really want to invest in a new higher quality camera, and that camera is $600. My editing software is $250 a year, and I have to get that renewed in May. Literally any money, if I ever start making money from YouTube or TikTok, is just going to go right back into content. And I have been thinking about making a Patreon. I actually have made a Patreon, I just haven't opened it to the public yet. If that's something that you all would be interested in, I think I'm gonna make it $5 a month for the subscription, and I'm gonna do a Patreon exclusive live every single month, and then a Patreon exclusive vlog every single month. So you will get a video that no one else will see and a live that no one else can interact with. I also think that I want to get like stickers of my little logo made so I can send them to you all with a handwritten thank you note. If that's something you all would be interested in, or if you have suggestions for like Patreon style content, let me know and I will absolutely do that. Just another way for you all to support me. Obviously you're not obligated. I don't want to make this an obligation, because I'll always make content on YouTube that is free for you all to watch and enjoy. Like, I don't think it's weird when other creators have Patreon, and I have always wanted to be able to afford a couple of creators' Patreons, but I can't. So like, trust me, I understand if you can't. I don't know. Let me know. It's kind of weird to talk about, but you know, whatever. Let's be real. The next one is to hit 2,000 Instagram followers. Instagram is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, platforms to grow on. They don't push content. They don't share your content with anyone but your followers. They have a really weird algorithm that changes every single day pretty much, and I really want to try to grow on there. I have been really hammering in and doing reels pretty much weekly, if not every other week, just really just throwing anything to the wall of Instagram and seeing what sticks. So if you don't already, follow me on Instagram, Lady Sadie Jade, always linked in the description box. But it hasn't been working, but I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna keep trying. Even if I don't hit 2,000, it doesn't really matter. I just want to keep Instagram in the back of my head and like, hey, I need to work on that because it's something that I'm not good at. Next is to grow my friendships. I am probably one of the worst friends you could ask for. I just don't like to text. I don't like it. I ghost people. I try not to ghost people like rudely. Obviously, like if you're asking me a question or adding to the conversation, I'm not gonna ghost you. But if I feel like what I'm gonna say is meaningless, like if somebody's like, oh, I painted a new painting today, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, that looks really good, and then they respond, yeah, glad it's finally done, I'm not gonna respond to that, because me being like, yeah, or cool, is just pointless, you know? And I just think, I overthink. That's what it is. I overthink what my responses are, and it just makes me anxious to respond to text messages. So I'm just really not that good of a friend, and making plans is not something that I am good at. Plus my work schedule changes every single week, and I don't know when I'm working until the week before. So it's just hard to make plans. So I'm gonna try to be better at that and try to work on that. Sorry y'all if you're watching this. My next one is to stick to my boundaries. I think this kind of goes with like standing up for myself. I'm in an era of zero tolerance. I am no longer going to compromise my feelings and how I express myself or my opinions or anything because of someone else's reactions or feelings. Especially if I have not been shown respect in return. I am no longer holding respect for people who do not respect me, point blank period. Something just like clicked in December, and I just immediately checked out and was like, I am so done trying to get people to understand, and if they refuse to understand, then so be it. I'm done. I'm not gonna sit here and keep explaining my boundaries, and if you keep disrespecting them, I'm just gonna completely check out and ignore you. Like, I'm also in a tough space. I also struggle with money and mental health and all of the same things that someone else is going through, but for some reason I prioritize theirs, and I feel like that I have no right to express mine because I know where theirs are and what they're going through, you know? So I just take and never retaliate. I'm just gonna give a specific example because I'm over being vague. Like, let's just call one thing out. Trump supporters, conservatives, bigots, Nazis. I'm over it. Like, my family members have been very open about how they support Trump and are very racist and homophobic and misogynist, and I'm done. You're not my family anymore. I'm cutting you off. I'm not interacting with you at family events, if I even show up to family events, which I didn't even show up to Christmas because I don't want to be around you on Christmas. Like, ew, get away from me. I'm not buying you a gift. You're disgusting. You don't care about me. You don't care about my bodily autonomy. You don't care about my other family members' marriages and relationships, my rights. You just don't care. So therefore, you mean nothing to me. And I know that's like extreme to a lot of people, but I have not had family in my life for a very long time, and I'm used to that. And family does not mean a lot to me as it does for other people who are very ingrained in their family and very close with their family and have a bond with their family. I just don't have that, so it's not something that I really care about a lot, except for like a couple of people. And the last one is to work on my mountain goth events. I really want to try to do more mountain goth events, try to implement like a schedule, like every other month have a meeting. It's just been hard because we were hit by the hurricane and then the snow, especially like we're coming out of the holidays and all of that. It's a stressful time. I don't want to add things on to people's already busy schedules. So I'm already planning another event for next month once it gets a little bit warmer. But yeah, that is all of my 2025 goals and manifestations. Let me know what your biggest manifestation / goal is for 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a long one, but I love you and appreciate you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.